Iceland is a unique place. It's a highly developed country, yet it's physically cut off from every other continent by thousands of kilometers. The diverse landscape with glaciers, lava tundra, green fields and mountains presents the Icelanders with a country that is tough and harsh, yet one of the most beautiful and serene places available to man. For more than 25 years, Icelanders have been modifying vehicles to improve their performance on difficult terrain and in severe climate, so that they can enjoy the Icelandic nature in winter as well as in summer. 50/50 took a trip to this land of fire and ice, not just to enjoy the Icelandic scenery, but also to get a sense of the intensity of the conditions and the terrain. An unbelievable experience was in store, and the chosen vehicle for this journey was none other than the Feld-Focus competition prize, the Toyota Hilux. When I first discovered that 50/50 would be traveling across Iceland in the Toyota Hilux, I was looking forward to an adventure. What I didn't quite realize is that this is a monster adventure and it requires monster vehicles. And it just so happens that this Extreme 4x4 is the workhorse of choice in Antarctica, which is home to the South African National Antarctic Program. South Africa has been involved in Antarctic research and exploration for a long time, and a new Antarctic research strategy for South Africa has been developed, which focuses on understanding the unpredictable nature of our environment, which really affects our quality of life. The research includes everything, from the effects of space weather on long-distance communications and power supply, to the impacts of climate change on natural resources. The environmental research teams in Antarctica do a lot of traveling. And since the conditions and the landscapes in Antarctica are not too different from those in Iceland, it's no surprise that the vehicles used for research there are built in Iceland, and most of them by a company called Arctic Trucks.
Arctic Trucks has been a provider to Toyota Iceland for about 20 years and trying to provide a solution for a very rough and rugged environment in Iceland for customers to be able to traverse this type of terrain to provide a distinctive solution.
The vehicles are converted at their production facilities where they have a state-of-the-art large capacity production system, and all this is powered by geothermal energy.
Heating is geothermal and electricity is both geothermal and hydroelectric.
There are so many world firsts in the work that Arctic Trucks is doing. They created the Hilux models that drove thousands of kilometers to both poles. And this modified 4x4 was also the first to drive over the entire shelf of Greenland.
Belt-driven vehicles, which are very capable in snow, untraditional way of doing it, they are very fuel consuming because there's a lot of energy that goes into the belts. You have to have fuel efficiency because you can't get fuel on the way, so you have to be very delicate on that.
The environment in Iceland is very harsh, which creates a need for more vehicles that are capable of making it in the ice, in the snow, in the rivers and also in the sand. And this vehicle has not only proven its capabilities in this harsh terrain, but according to the latest CO2 figures, it has been proven to be on average 5 times more carbon efficient than the track-driven vehicles.
At the moment and traditionally, vehicles used in this sort of climate in the Antarctic and in the Arctic are track belt-driven vehicles, extremely heavy, use very high levels of fuel. Obviously, the footprint is quite severe as well.
So the difference between using a converted 4x4 and those traditional vehicles is quite significant.
We've been given an indication of anywhere between 3 to 10 times more environmentally friendly than the existing vehicles.
I like the consideration to the environment, but let's put this vehicle to the test in the Iceland terrain. Like a leopard in the wild, this vehicle was handling the terrain with incredible ease. It literally swam in the rivers, climbed the mountains, skimmed over the sand, and maneuvered its way through the snow and ice with ease. I think the only thing it probably can't do is climb trees. Toyota Toyota South Africa will be preparing 6 of these converted Hiluxes locally built in South Africa for duty in Antarctica. And one of the 6 will be donated to the South African National Antarctic Program for Environmental Research.
We're going to be building a vehicle in South Africa that we'll be donating to the Sinai weather station that's operated by the South African Department of Environmental Affairs to support their research in the Antarctic.
I did say that this was going to be an incredible experience, and incredible it was. Not only did I have a rare opportunity to put a vehicle through its paces in an environment that is unbelievable in its extremity, but I also got the opportunity to enjoy some of the most beautiful landscapes imaginable. I'm going to go for a spin now.
In her next report from Iceland, Tox will be telling us about glaciers and volcanoes. Looking forward to that.